I strongly prefer Axe body spray to taking a shower.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Hello, friends. Trace amounts of science. We're back in it today with r/JustNeckbeardThings. It's been a little while since we did it, but I wanted to do some of the top posts of all time. Just a little something nice. Just a little something you'll hopefully enjoy. Thanks for being here today. Let's jump into it. Made me think of this sub. ReddX says, nerds, I hate CalArts shows like Steven Universe because they're just pandering. And then Anime comes along and says, whoops, I've been transported to an alternate dimension where being good at video games and watching anime has made me competent, important, and desirable. Nerds, oh my god, this is a fucking masterpiece! You're too real. You're too real for saying that, to be honest. Why have I not seen this tweet before? Okay, anyway, moving on. Women and their shuffles deck. Pants? This is Roosh. And he says, pants were invented for men, not women. It's impossible for a woman to wear pants, jeans, yoga pants, dress pants, leggings, dungarees, etc. What about corduroys? Without sexualizing her body, since they highlight her legs, curves, and the rear end. Oh, women who want to be modest should not own pants at all. Echoplex Media comes in and says, yeah, that's a lot of words for nobody will bang me. Pants? That's where we're going to draw the line? Women in pants? Biggest struggles we got, women in pants. You heard it right here.
You're taking your pants off in public. Oh my god! They're halfway down, what do I do?
It's not the pants' fault that you can't stop looking. That you gotta make it weird, okay? Maybe just fix some things inside your brain first. Stop being the way you are. I'd appreciate it. A guy I work with won a competition that Kit Kat was doing. He got to choose his own design to be made, and he put the neckbeard guy on it. And the customized text is, "M'lady." You've gone so far for the meme, and you gotta respect the hell out of that. we do it big out here. Waifu material right there. We got a couple of bumblebees, and the dad bumblebee said, that can't be your girlfriend, son. It's just plastic. It ain't even real. And then son says, it's real to me, Dad. Well, we're only seeing this meme come more and more into fruition, and really it's terrifying, but also fascinating on some level. Anyway, this OP says, I call it cringe speak. Is nervous. Whoa, hello, neckbeards. Is this an acceptable way to talk? And not really, no. I miss man with butterfly meme. Can we get more of those? I'd appreciate it. This one title must have been the father's fault. Mommy? Are you trying to say mommy? M'lady. Baby found in dumpster. Yeah, I'm not dealing with this for the next 30 years. Thanks, but no thanks. That's hilarious, dude. Like, don't actually throw your baby in the dumpster, because in real life that's horrible, but in a webcomic it is hilarious. Anyway, moving on. Want to hear a scary story? M'lady? One sentence horror story. Seems like we're the last two people on Earth. M'lady. No! Tumblr tells a scary story. I mean, it's terrifying for, Tumblrites. I think the 4chan neckbeards will be rather excited about it. They'll be like, hey, we gotta repopulate the planet. It's like, no, I think I'd rather just let humanity, like, we had a good run, didn't we? This one titled Revenge of the Nerd. I enjoy rejecting women. And then he tagged it with conflicted and advice. So maybe you don't enjoy it as much as you think you do. Maybe you've never actually experienced it except in your own head. Whatever. It's what the title said. I'm not sure why. Probably pent-up resentment from when I was a fugly, awkward nerd. Yeah, I noticed we talking in the past tense there. Are you sure that's completely accurate? If you could just clarify that for me, that would be great. I get an immense amount of pleasure from rejecting women who pursue me or ask me out. I usually flirt or lead them on as well. Oh, you little flirt. You scamp. You rapscallion. I'm sure they love it. I'm sure you get so many responses and it's awesome. I'm morbidly curious about what subreddit this was originally posted in. I don't want to feel like this, but I can't stop. I've been talking to a therapist about it, but so far it hasn't helped. Yeah, it's like the humblest brags. Yeah, chicks ask me out all the time and I just reject them, and I love to reject them. But I'm talking to a therapist about it, so you know it's totally real. I can give you my therapist's email if you wanted it. And then you look at the paper and the email is the same as his username at AOL.com. You sure this is your therapist? You sure you're not trying to ruse me right now? OP does get a reply, and this person comes in with flaming justice. Store employee. Sir, can I help you find anything? OP. Heavy breathing. No. Store employee. Okay, have a good day. OP. That bitch totally wants me. Yeah, I brushed her off. Who's the alpha now? What are you even talking about? He's like, you just want to go with Chad. And she's like, who the hell is Chad? Actually, probably, Zoomers and shit are probably way more tuned into that stuff. My millennial peers, especially in the Philippines, they don't know what the hell all that is. It's kind of refreshing. Anyway, on to the next post. A kid at my school putting out a PSA on his Snapchat story as spring approaches. Okay, ladies, it's a school, not a cat house. We get it. It's 10 degrees warmer than most days. The whole school shouldn't have to deal with nausea because y'all can't dress like normal freaking people. Damn, dude. Honestly, part of me wants to say, yeah, pretty based, but the other part of me knows, he's a teenage boy. You're really only lashing out like this because you know there's no chance that you're ever going to get any of it ever. And since that's the case, you want to ruin the show for everybody else? Come on. Come on. I remember those days in high school. It was some of the favorite seasons.
Giggity, giggity, giggity.
It's the reason you show up some days, you know what I mean? Probably you don't know what I mean. Early 2000s high school was a really different time. Anyway, 1, get a room! Gladly. 2, get some freaking school appropriate clothes. Maybe something that keeps your cheeks in your pants. That's pretty funny. This guy dropping harsh home truths out here, you know? 3, just be normal. Guys do not look at a whore and think, girlfriend material, I'm gonna marry her, because we're not actually freaking idiots. We know that if you dress like that, you got 2 weeks on a relationship before your cheeks are out again. He's kind of killing it for real, though. It's just repulsive as fuck, and I'm speaking for everyone. I know a lot of it's born from a place of resentment, and that makes it slightly less based, but on the based-o-meter, yeah, I think it passes. It was really number 3 that pulled me around. He's like, yeah, got 2 weeks of that relationship, then your cheeks are out again. He's too right, though. He's a little savage, but he's too right, though. We'll move on. How do you go 62 days without taking a shower? Well, first step, you don't get in the shower for 62 days. Probably you feel awful afterwards. The 10th dentist. That's an interesting subreddit. But this OP posts over there, it says, Axe body spray is a good alternative to taking showers. Hot take, yeah. Spicy take, I'll say.
It stings the nostrils.
What difference does it make? You still smell good either way, but dousing some Axe body spray on is much faster and lasts just as long if you use enough.
Yeah, right before you either incinerate or suffocate yourself because of all the alcohol in the room. Did you see that episode? I saw a YouTube thing where somebody stuff like that. If you're using more than a spritz or two, please don't even use a spritz or two, okay? Just go get in the shower. Spend, 15, 20 minutes scrubbing around. It has a magical quality to it. You need to give yourself over to it. Opie continues.
I know you need shampoo, but you could use dry shampoo and be done with it too.
First time one of my Euro friends used dry shampoo in front of me, my mouth was agape. I had no idea that was even an option. Well, for me, it's not still, because it seems really gross. But yeah, maybe it works. I don't know. You guys got any experience with that? Probably not. My audience largely US. But we sort of Mr. Worldwide. Let me know if you're out there. Dry shampoo, yay or nay?
I strongly prefer Axe body spray to taking a shower.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
It's gotta be bait. Come on.
I've gone as long as 62 days without taking one, and nobody said anything.
Yeah, probably because they couldn't breathe.
As long as I used enough Axe before going out. To be honest, I think we waste too much time taking showers.
It really doesn't take that much time. The only comment included in the screenshot is somebody coming into the thread and saying, "What the actual fuck?" Yes, over 2 months and no water has touched my body. I mean, I guess people do it, like in the dark ages and stuff. It's probably not gonna kill you, maybe? Unless you get an open wound on your foot. Probably you want to be clean all the time. Like, what reason is there not to be? Time? That's your reason? Shower time is nice. Get in there, put on some music, Give yourself a little shampoo mohawk. It's you time. This guy's you time is just, rotting in front of the computer, which I relate to on some level, but at least I can do it comfortably. Well showered and freshly laundered, Much better way to rot, honestly. And get rid of the fucking Axe body spray. It doesn't smell good like you think it does. I don't know who told you it did. Probably just advertising. Fibonacci Beard has entered the building. Look at this guy. That is an amazing mustache that does follow the Fibonacci sequence. Loops around to his chin, up past his ear, and into his hair. If you're listening to this only via audio, I feel sorry for you in this moment. We'll move past it relatively quickly anyways into one titled School Safety. And it's got a profile picture, a guy with a leather trench coat and a sword slung over his shoulder. My God, he looks so cool! He definitely studied the blade. He said, after all the shootings, I now work security at Ballard High School with a broadsword. I don't even get paid for it. I just stand in the parking lot with a sword. Honestly, pretty sick. Maybe not all that much of a deterrent, but pretty sick. Then again, if a guy's standing with a sword in broad daylight, you don't know what's under the trench coat, He's definitely gonna make some people think twice, that's what I know. They should pay him. Like everybody in the school just goes and throws nickels at him at lunchtime. And that's how he gets paid, but it's also like their ritual to thank him. And also, little public humiliation. We just don't want him to be the coolest one here. That's the reason we have to humiliate him. Pecking order in that. Anyway, how to get players to shower. Magic the Lathering keeps your mana clean. Dude, I like it. I would buy Magic the Lathering soap. I'm such a sucker for dumb crap like this. You know exactly how to get me. You could probably make it yourself. Really, it's just a package and like a generic soap bar, I'm sure. But maybe it does say Wizards of the Coast on it. And if that's the case, I want to rub that part against my fudge hole. This is what I think of you. Stinky, stinky! Now we're going overboard. Good God. Here's something that'll definitely keep us balanced. It's a Lucas Werner post. And I watch a lot of Walter Fate stuff, Fatal Walter stuff about this guy, but I've never covered him myself. I believe this is the first time his face will ever be shown on my channel, and this is our introduction. What a date with me is like. And he's just leering over what looks like a enchilada taco combo platter. What is this look supposed to be? I don't think this is seduction. With just one photo, one simple meme, you've basically guaranteed that you'll never get a date. If that's what a date with you is like, nobody's gonna go. Nobody! Just chicken hawk things. Peter Sweden says, due to a severe lack of free speech and democracy in the UK, I've now moved to Norway. Then he says, what happened to the brave Englishmen of 70 years ago? Men who bravely stormed beaches on D-Day and willingly ran into a hail of bullets. Today, they mass panic and cause a stampede in Oxford Circus over literally nothing. Years of liberalism has turned people into wusses. This is a very good story in like 3 short tweets. And now we reach the conflict and the resolution. As Peter says, I just got a letter from the Norwegian army. They want me to sign up for military duty. In Norway, all men and women have military duty. No thanks. Not happy about this. I mean, they offered you citizenship. Shouldn't you do your duty at least a little bit? What conflicts is Norway embroiled in anyways? It's probably going to be fine. Are you just like a conscientious objector? Except, I guess, when it involves dredging up the memory of people from World War II. You're like, yeah, what happened to those guys? They all turned into people like you, is what happened. I've been willing to fight and die for what I believe in. Problem is, most wars aren't what I believe in. They're just like, yeah, these politicians disagree, so you guys gotta go shoot each other. I don't think that sounds like a very good deal. All those politicians sitting up there in their ivory tower, they're cut from the same cloth that Peter Sweden is. They want to drudge up old memories and be like, you could be just like this guy! Just do whatever we tell you to! I don't think I'm going to. This is one of those cases where you should have read the fine print when you accepted the citizenship, I guess. Anyway, moving on. This one titled, How to Seduce a Woman 101. Oh yeah, get out your notepads, fellas. This is an exceedingly young-looking woman with what I presume is her niece or nephew. Probably not a child, but 11 people liked the photo. It's a cute photo. And then Creeper got to get in here and make it weird.
Now this I can fap to.
You crawled off of 4chan, decided to log into Facebook so you could do whatever the hell is supposed to be. Nobody's signing off on this.
Disgusting pervert! That's absolutely unacceptable!
And then she responds and says, ew. And he says, consider it a compliment. You're adorable. And she says, thanks, but no thanks. Yeah, not even thanks, honestly. Just hell no. And of course, he's got to get the last laugh, and he posts a meme that says, well, screw this. I'm gonna go watch anime. Yeah, that's sort of what made you like this in the first place, isn't it? You might want to rethink that a little bit, buddy. It's not a good direction. That's a long, dark road you're headed down, and I don't know that you're ready to complete the quest. This is like the evil quest, you know? You choose your own alignment. And yeah, I guess he certainly did. This OP says, this was in my local game store's bathroom, which is actually kind of nice. Got some Listerine, some Lynx, I don't know, some shampoo or something back there. Is that dry shampoo that I was talking about? It makes sense because it's Lynx. So, you know, European toiletries, you gotta have the dry shampoo in there. It says, please only use if necessary. Consider the other nerds in the store. Gamers World. That is so thoughtful. I would not be quick to put any of those things near my body or in my mouth especially, but it's really nice that you offered them, is what I'm going to say. I appreciate that. Now, if only the stinky people in the store had, like, the self-reflection to identify that they need to be the ones using it. Or maybe you could just bring it out of the bathroom and spray him with it like a little prank, you know? Haha, now you don't smell like shit anymore. It's kind of a cool prank, honestly. Anyway, we're moving on. My brother found a comic that I drew in high school in his used textbook, and I wanted to share. Two neckbeards leaving a restaurant, m'lady cleaning tables, and then they say, oh, almost forgot the tip, m'lady, and they tip their fedoras. She looks very disappointed. You thought that she was going to get money. But some things are worth even more than money. And other things still are worth far, far less. It's up to you to decide what that is worth to you. Here's some more wonderful art. You guys inspired me to create true art. And true art this is. Kawaii or die.
Huh, pretty good. Made me use up 10% of my power. Try to keep up.
I would love for this to be like a baddie in a video game or something. The current baddie that I have in the game I'm working on is nowhere near this defined. We all take artistic liberties in our own way. I like your way of doing things way better. I just don't think I'm capable of it. So good job, OP. Anyway, moving on.
It's always the fault of Milady. What brings you to Tinder Town then?
Oh god, I love doing r/Tinder. Have you watched those videos? They're not as big as the Neckbeard nice guy stuff, but you do get some Neckbeards and nice guys in there, that's for sure. Here he comes.
What's your favorite sci-fi, smiley face? I support the tiny mustache man. He did nothing wrong. I'm gonna legally change my name to his.
And they says horrible things that I won't really repeat about women, blacks, gays, Jews, and cripples. And he says,
hint for not getting harassed by your next match. Either unmatch if you have no intentions of messaging or don't like them. Ghosting bitches like you are the reason that incels exist.
No, your own lack of motivation is the reason that folk like you exist. Notice how in this instance you wish to be separate from them, because it's not something anyone should aspire to. Anyway, OP says, I have a life, and I don't check Tinder every 5 seconds, so you and other people might have to wait a day or two for a reply. Interestingly, you're the only person that spewed maltreatment at me, so I can only imagine that you are single due to your personality rather than your looks. Incels exist because they're either not intelligent enough or mature enough to realize that women do not exist solely to entertain them, and judging by your reaction, you are a card-carrying member. Honestly, could have gone a little bit harder on the gas there, but you laid it down pretty flat. I don't think he's going to hear you about any of that, though. He'll continue going on, thinking that there are elves in his phone meant to entertain him. Because, yeah, he's not going to set up a first date. If you matched him for his looks, as was implied in the message, I'm pretty sure he catfished you a little bit. Check out the Patreon or YouTube memberships if you would. I thank you so much. We've also got a fourth wall where you can pick up some merch if you should like. If you ain't got the funds, that's fine, man. Share the video around, though, maybe. Help me out, you know? You could like the thing, you could leave a comment, but shares, I mean, word of mouth is really the biggest thing ever. I appreciate you regardless. I want you to always remember, friends, that you are loved, you are worthy, you definitely deserve it, and I shall see you in the next one. So until then, bye-bye.